Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Today, as you can see, we are still in the Fallow Mire. We are still trying to rescue Inquisition soldiers. And we have died a bunch of times up until now. So hopefully these next few fights are a little bit better. We have some health potions left. So it shouldn't be too bad. See if we can get them by surprise, then no problem at all. Fate touched blue vitriol. I wonder what that does. Alright, here we are. This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to make a save.
Herald of Andraste! Face me! I am the hand of Thor himself!
Alright. That wasn't too bad. There are still some archers left over there. Let's get one here. Right. And again I die. What the hell? I have a feeling that I might need some stronger armor. My weapons are alright. But yeah, the armor...
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
I didn't want to craft the toughest armor right away at the beginning of the game. So I chose for one of the DLC schematics, which doesn't give a lot of armor at all, actually. So yeah, we might need to address that.
Herald of Andraste.
I dealt with the Avar. Is everyone all right?
Yes, your worship. The injured need some rest, but we can return on our own.
I can't believe the Herald came for us.
I told you to go.
Excellent. So, missing soldiers rescued. Now we need to go talk to Skywatcher.
Your god looks after you, Herald. There lies the brat. His father, chief of our holding, would duel me for the loss if he cared enough.
The Inquisition has a purpose your chief lacks. Join me. Help us stop the breach.
Is this why the Lady of the Skies led me here? To help heal the wounds in her scheme? Aye, I'll join you. Let me make peace with my kin and I'll find where you set your flag.
Another agent acquired. Excellent. Do we want to finish up the rest of the map right away? We can't do this anyway until we have Deft Hands find tools. So I'm thinking we come back later to finish up this map. For now, let us head back to Haven. Alright, let's see if there are people to talk to.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Nice. A little bit of backstory on Cullen.
Yes?
Not right now, thanks.
Another time then.
First things first, we need to upgrade your armor. I know it looks good, but I think the time has come. Alright, so we have some new armor. Looks a lot more sensible for the weather. Has a lot higher armor rating as well, so hopefully we stop dying as much. Let's put in a quick save, and I think there is a conversation with Josephine we can have. And then I think maybe it's time to head over to Redcliffe.
That can't be it. Perhaps Leliana was... No, that's...
Ooh, and a level up.
How can... Oh, hello, Mistress Kalash.
Something on your mind, Ambassador?
You could say that. I was speaking with Leliana and... Well, we discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald of Andraste.
Is being a dwarf so controversial?
Everything about you promises to be controversial. Dwarves rarely join the Chantry. Why would the Maker's Chosen be one, they wonder? Few realize dwarves even have a religion in their philosophy of the stone.
Most humans don't know about the stone.
I've dined with merchants from Orzammar. Those who at court are happy to enlighten us. They explained that dwarves believe stone is alive, that good dwarven souls return to it in death. It was interesting, even if the Chantry mothers found it less than amusing.
So, in a previous episode we established that we are Andrastian, so we don't believe in the stone. Maybe we do. Are the two mutually exclusive? Interesting question. But not one for today. I don't think it's all bunk either, so I guess we never learned much about it.
I never paid much attention to any of that stone stuff.
That's fortunate. The Chantry is already worried about the mark on your hand.
That's out of my hands. I can't help what people think.
I have concerns about more than your position as Andraste's herald. Leliana was telling me rumors that... It sounds preposterous, but there are stories circulating that you were part of a criminal organization, the Dwarven Carta.
I used to be. The Carta doesn't like their own to get too famous.
So it's true. Oh my. Were you only smuggling at least? Exchanging a few goods on the surface?
What makes you think I've never been to Orzammar?
I thought you were without a caste. It was my understanding that dwarves born on the surface are casteless and barred from Orzammar.
There's ways to get inside Orzammar, if you know who to bribe. The Carta always knows. I've slipped in a handful of times.
Yes, about that. I do need to know the extent of your involvement in the Carta's activities.
Well, I am a two-handed warrior. Yeah, I solved violent problems.
I guarded caravans of smuggled goods. Rivals often ambushed us. There were protection rackets, blood feuds, targeted.
That's quite enough. I have a clear picture. I'll handle the subject of your past carefully, Herald. I'm sure you can't miss that life.
Yeah, sure, I was good at it.
Why wouldn't I? I was the best at what I did. My old bosses are probably tearing their hair out trying to replace me.
I will take your word for it, so long as they won't be able to win you back. That sort of competition is the last thing we require.
Alright, anything else?
What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
Yeah, that's the key point. So long as her interests align with ours.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, then she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Only 3 beheadings.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our ascending army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
That's a good description of Colin.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Alright, so we leveled up. Let's see. I really like Whirlwind. So let's get that one. Anything else to level up? Ooh, Blackwall has a point. You have a lot of a lot of abilities already. So let's get you some passives. So maximum guard, yeah, sure. Anybody else? Solus. I want the ice mine upgrade that gives you, yeah, the 3 mines right in front of you. Varric, you can have some more poison abilities. All of your summon and poison effects last longer. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And let's set your tactics to prefer poisons. And prefer long shot. Oh, that's the wrong button. Prefer long shot. Excellent.
And I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity.
Anything else to do here?
Yes? I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Whatever would you like to know?
Your accent's not Orlesian. Where exactly are you from?
I am from the Circle, my dear. One's country of origin rarely matters there. But if you must know, I was born in Wycombe in the Free Marches. I was sent to the Ostwick Circle, but I transferred to Mont-Simon while still an apprentice.
I'm curious how a circle mage winds up a courtier.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort to arrive there. I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine, an advantageous connection that opened many doors. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
You're married to the Duke de Ghislaine?
Of course not, my dear. Don't be ridiculous. Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
And what does the Duchess de Ghislaine think of this arrangement?
We got along quite well. Duchess Nicoline and I used to host musical salons together. She was a great patron of the arts. She passed away from a fever a few years ago, the poor dear.
What duties does a court enchanter have?
I am tasked with providing assistance to the Empress on arcane matters. Most of my predecessors restricted this to lighting lamps and doing parlor tricks. In such troubled times as these, however, I provide political advice to Her Majesty on the subject of the Mage Rebellion.
Right. I think that is it for talking to everybody here for now. Let's do a real quick check-in with Liliana.
Reports of fate rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
I'll leave you to your work.
All right. I think that's it for talking to everybody. Everybody's leveled up. Inventory is sold. We can go talk to Blackwall for a bit, real quick. He wasn't there in the Fallow Mire, so we probably should take him along whenever we know there will be Grey Warden relics.
Now that we've got better maps, if you like, I can show you a few tricks to get around.
Blackwall, where are you? Come here.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it. I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me. and yet you did.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you. And I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
I would never have guessed that you admire me.
Of course I do. You have the world at your feet, myself included.
So you take your cue from everyone else? What if they despised me?
If that were to happen, I would reject the world for lacking in good taste. And perhaps we could continue as we are. Us against them. Now, we should return to our duties before I get too carried away.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Alright. A little bit of flirting.
You know, Arthur, you actually are a good rider under all that fog.
Thank you, Master Dennett.
Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition. And lucky you have me. In lesser hands, you'd be in trouble. Haven can't support the mounts you need, but I can.
Oh, the
How are your
horses.
charges? Well supplied?
Haven is groaning under the weight. It wasn't built for this, but we'll make it serve.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Alright. Do we need to buy some horses? Come on, please load. Alright. And can we select which one we like? I always like the hearts. But as a dwarf, maybe a warnock is more appropriate.
That'll do fine.
Nice. Alright. Let's continue on. Let's head out to the hinterlands. And let's go to... let's go to Redcliffe. Let's take the long way round. So let's take Sarah, Cassandra, and Solus. Right. First we need to equip some potions. Sarah doesn't have any. Blackwall doesn't have any. Vivian doesn't have any. And Bull doesn't have any. Excellent. Now I think the rift is just a little bit too high level for us at this point. But we can get to this one. So let me just get there and I will see you there in a minute. Alright, here we are. We now have the key.
This place is unpleasant.
And done. Excellent. So now let us head to Redcliffe. And we will talk to First Enchanter Fiona. And see what she has to say.
Redcliffe village should be just ahead.
Alright, so...
Constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
So here we are. At the gates of Redcliffe. Excellent.
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Welcome to Redcliffe.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Hmm.
The Vale is weaker here than in Haven.
Weird. Very weird.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Alright, so we are in Redcliffe. There are some New Game Plus shops in this area, which we can use to buy some more.
Craftsmanship to remain standing after such abuse.
Which we can use to buy some more tier 3 and tier 4 materials. Alright, come on. Let's get up there. Maybe even some fate touched stuff we can buy up here. So let's go down to the village. So who do we want to take to this meeting with Fiona? I know Vivian has... She personally knows Fiona. Sarah is always fun to take to stuff like that.
I remember the first time the dead ruled these lands, when a blood mage poisoned our Lehman. The ashes of Andraste herself brought the Arl back from his enchanted slumber.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Right. Another landmark for us to claim. Alright, so let's see. We have a shop here.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, this one has unlimited tier 3 and tier 4 materials. Right, there is another shop over here, I believe. You have flowers, veil quartz. Alright.
She said it sounded like the dream she had before the magic took her.
Okay, that needs deft hands, fine tools. Here we have our healer, I think.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. May I help you?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
Have people called you a knife ear?
Every day. They need the salves I sell, but they spit on me once they've paid. These villagers only tolerate me because Templars killed their human healer. I doubt the humans at the crossroads would be any different.
The Inquisition welcomes anyone willing to help, human, elf, or otherwise. If you help those refugees, we'll ensure that you're taken care of.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things. May I help you?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there. A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Excellent. All right. I think Solus, Cassandra, and Sarah are a nice group to take with me to the cafe to go and talk to Fiona. One-eyed Jimmy.
Are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go talk to Fiona.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Interesting.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
The Divine's corpse is barely cold, and you've already joined the Imperium?
Most of Thedas blames us for the Divine's death. The Templar attacks grew worse, and we mages had no allies. Either my people made a last stand here in Redcliffe, or we took the only offer of help extended to us. I had to save them. I had no other choice.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, Allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Arl Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Well, aren't we secretive?
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Come on, let's do something.
Let's do something. You're quite right, Sarah. Alright, I think that is going to be it for today. Next time we will go to the Chantry and see why we are exactly in danger. And we will make a choice between the Templars and the Mages, I think, next episode. Not quite sure which route we'll be going, But this has been it for today. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.